Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and we're going to kick this right off with what I consider to be a little inconsideration. We're coming off the slip road there off dual carriageway. We're looking to turn right at this roundabout, and we're in the right hand lane, the appropriate place, but that car there on the left wants to go in the same direction as us. And the only issue with that is when they come on the left, the pupils are not expecting it, you see. They're trying to follow the rules of the road. He wants to go that way too. There's his first indication, about car length away, and then he comes across. The pupil picks up that indication, you see, and sometimes they can overreact. A little too urgent on the brake pedals. Fortunately, on this particular occasion, my pupil was well aware of that and didn't do so. But other people don't consider this factor when they just pull across a learner. Okay, in this clip here, we're actually going through Richmond Park. Lots of cyclists, great way to place a cycle. But as we're going further down this road here, we're coming to a narrowing as we go over a little river that cuts through the park. And as you can see by the sign ahead of us, we do not have the priority here. So we're quite happy to slow down. We can see a cyclist and vehicles coming the other way. We come to a stop. Now what the issue is here is the car on the other side. It's also come to a stop. Some of people thinks, fair enough then, we'll crack on if you want to stop. And just as we commit, they go to move again. So my question is, what the hell were they thinking? Why were they stopping at all? Were they even paying attention? Seems the only person who was paying attention was this fella here who put his arms up, the good old Audi driver. What are you doing letting a learner go through there? What are you doing, naughty, naughty man? So very odd little circumstance that. Now this clip here is about this car just coming onto the main road now behind us. Another arrogant twat of a driver, which I really don't have any time for. We've moved away. This is a clear 20. Lots of kids around here playing, kids on bikes, and he overtakes as we're passing the vehicle, completely disregarding the speed limit or anyone else around. Now I want to look at the front view, because as he passes, just as we're passing his van, what he doesn't see as we're passing his van is what we already know is there, and there's some people there. One's got a dog, so they're probably going to cross the road there actually to walk the dog on the other side. That's what most do, and that's the point he passed us. Any consideration to people being there at all? Don't think he even knew they were there. On this occasion it worked out okay. Another day, another time, it probably wouldn't. Just impatient people, and what an awful place to pass, even if they really had to pass anyway. Okay, as we go into this next clip, we're approaching a roundabout, and this is in reference to the Audi behind us and the white van. You see, they strictly stay to the right hand side. It's not a problem. They can go straight across the roundabout in that lane, but what you don't see is there's roadworks and there's a queue on the other side. But I just want to highlight the point. Look at the state of that road. Absolutely awful. Very bad, and these roads are getting worse by the day. Not being prepared. They're quite happy to put humps in the road though. Slow us down. Let's get back to vehicles. The BMW you see behind stays in our lane. It stays behind us, and it's also going straight on. I like to think the right hand lane is generally if people want to turn right, but like I say, there's no arrows to say they can't go straight across. Just causes a bit of confusion, that's all. Now as we get around, that BMW's doing a fair job, to be honest. It stays right around the outside just as cars come around to filter in. I think he's just staying really close to us. For some reason you think that Jag behind him is going to push in, and I don't think the Jag was doing anything of the sort. But if we look at the front view now, you can actually see they're in the right hand lane. Like I said, they weren't doing anything wrong, but there's a queue, look. They weren't going anywhere anyway. So what was the purpose of being in that right hand lane? In my view, simple. That was to get in front of us. And watch how close the white van keeps to the Audi. He doesn't even let that cyclist through. He goes right in front of that. Did he have to let the cyclist go? Well, it would have been nice. He's not going anywhere, is he? He's going into a queue. And the cyclist being the more vulnerable road user, old boy on the bike, I mean, why not let him go? Anyway, he sticks very close to that Audi. You keep seeing the brake lights come on because he's not getting any distance at all. It's just a little bit of poor driving there, to be fair. Now we open this next clip. I'll show it from behind to start with. You can see how close this Mercedes comes to us as we're just turning left at a crossroads. Very close. I mean, that's a lot closer than what it is. You know what these cameras are like, you know, the wide angle. Let's go to the front view. So a little bit of pressure there for the pupil as we were approaching these lights when they changed back to green. They're going to go to red now as we approach. But as you saw as we were pulling away, a little bit of pressure there from behind as we was moving off, also trying to check what's going on in front of us. And this particular clip is about the third car back, the white car on the other side of the road that's looking to turn right. Now we're the first car here. Now although my pupil doesn't get away massively quick, they do get away. The first car turns and now we start to move, not a problem. There goes the second car. Now here comes the Mercedes, and what do? No, they don't wait. They pull right in front of our car. They shouldn't have done that. It's why we went a little bit slower, held off. We see they weren't going to stop, so I told them just to slow down here, just let that car go. Having said all of that lot, we just saw this bus pulling over and then this pedestrian looking to cross the road. There they are, look, middle of the road. What's wrong with the zebra crossing there? And there's a car coming past too, and then they run quite quickly because one's coming out from a park place. Why do people take risks with themselves? These things can go wrong and often go wrong. It's just a bit of silliness really. Little extra time just to walk 10 yards down the road to cross at an appropriate spot. Okay, in this clip here, miserable day, we're going through, we've got a refuge lorry there parked up doing what they do, and we're holding back as that van comes through, but you know what it's like. When one goes through, they all follow through, no real problems, let it clear, gives a bit of free air, so then we can make progress, and there's our gap, so we then make the progress. We've done our bit. But no, there's always one. That lorry's about to move off there, the refuge lorry. And that doesn't bother the mini behind, of course. No, I'm going to go for that. It's a loader, of course. I'm entitled. So away they go. Everybody else held back, thankfully, and then everybody else gets moving smoothly on after that. And if we have a quick look at the back camera, you'll actually see that behind us, as we were approaching, then we had to stop for the mini. There was no one behind us. Let us go, and they had a totally clear road. But mini, patient, had to push through, the only one that did, and the rest then followed quite naturally, of course. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, guys. Short and sweet. I will see you next time. Watch out for learners. Take care now and look after yourself. Bye bye.